What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some Madden 20 gameplay right here. We got some online ranked match going on versus a random opponent. My opponent has the Carolina Panthers. We got the New York Jets, suggested by a subscriber. I'm so glad the subscriber suggested this team. Halfway almost forgot this team existed as we get a beautiful 38-yard catch by Le'Veon Bell. My goodness. But I love this matchup. I would rather EA give me a random matchup versus a divisional matchup. The more random the team, the better. The likelihood of these two teams meeting up in the regular season are not that likely, especially not in the playoffs. We know they're in different conferences, so I think this is beautiful, man. These are matchups that I love to present to you guys. It's one of my favorite type of videos because I know you don't see these type of videos that often on YouTube, so it's definitely I guess kind of an honor to show, for lack of a better word, to show this to you guys. And I played the Jets like probably 3 times this year. It's probably my 3rd time. I know the first time I had an outstanding game with Le'Veon Bell. That didn't happen this game. This guy pretty much shut me down with Le'Veon Bell. I usually play with the Jets more than, well, not just the Jets, but all teams, period. Probably about 4 or 5 times up to this point. But it's all good, man. My opponent, though, man, let's talk about this guy, man. He was pretty good, man. And he relied on McCaffrey heavily as he takes a field goal right there. Smart field goal right there. That field goal was brilliant because Cam Newton is not the best thrower on this game. And you can't necessarily trust him to throw an accurate pass. It's almost as if he has the worst accuracy on the game out of all the quarterbacks. I don't know if that's true, but it just seems like it, man, because his overthrows are just ridiculous, man. I mean, every quarterback has them, but man, I think he's the one quarterback that throws the most overthrows out of all the overthrows I've seen in this game. And I've played with the Carolina Panthers probably about 8 times, man. Trust me, man, this guy overthrows the ball. He's not that accurate. But knowing that my opponent took the field goal in the last drive, he goes to McCaffrey a lot, and you have to when you play with the Panthers, man. Do not play with the Panthers thinking that you're not going to go to McCaffrey and win games. And you're going to lose most of those games as he overthrows that right there. That should have been a catch. He was wide open. Good read, just overthrown again. But, luckily for me, I'll take it, though. I'll take that luck, though. I'll take all the luck I can get in Madden. Like I said, I'm a sound player. I guess you could say good player. Because I use my common sense, but I'm not necessarily a great player. So sometimes, when you're simply just good, you got to take some breaks. I love this guy's game, man. He had a very versatile game. I didn't know if he was going to run pass. He was doing screens. He was doing end rounds, all kinds of stuff, man. It's your boy looking good, Billy Ray. And I'll take this. This is a break. Because this guy, in my opinion, I think he should have scored on that drive. Especially if you take away that horrible overthrow that came through earlier in the drive. He should have scored right there. So it probably should be 10-7. But hey, I'll take it, man. With a 14-point lead, I think with the exception of my first drive, I would say this guy. I'm sorry, 11-point lead. I would say this guy actually been playing better than I have, and I couldn't read this guy. I could not figure this guy out. I mean, he just kept doing all kinds of different plays and different runs. You see right there how I had to respect McCaffrey because he was doing a good job of using him just the right amount of times, not too much, but just enough. Even though I do pick him off right here, and the only reason why I get this pick because this is a play that he had did earlier, and for some strange reason, my intuition said he'll come back to that, and luckily when he did come back to it, I was able to read it right there and pick him off. And luckily, I had Jamal Adams, who's an absolute beast in this game, and a whole nother reason to play the Jets. Jamal Adams, C.J. Mosley, Le'Veon Bell, even Robbie Anderson's kind of nice. And they do got a guy on the defensive line that's pretty sound. I can't remember who it is, but there is a guy on the defensive line that's pretty sound. I mean, the Jets, they can be, pretty formidable. If you utilize them correctly, they can be pretty formidable. I think it's a huge gash into the defense right there as I had Jamal Adams in the X Factor. And right here, I'm fishing for a pick because I feel like this guy's going to come back and look at this right here, man. My goodness, man. Jamal Adams laying the wood on my opponent, man. It's just a little lucky there on my part. I'll take it. He just happened to come across Jamal Adams. He's all the players on this team, was 11 guys on the field. He happened to come across Jamal Adams right there. Good pick by my opponent. I threw that in double coverage. I thought it was 1-on-1. And I actually had that's actually not my go-to guy on that route. My go-to guy actually was he wasn't open, but he had enough space to catch the ball, and I didn't realize it till late. But maybe that's because I'm playing with Sam Darnold. That was me. That was a bad read on my part, man. But shout out to Sam Darnold, man. But at any rate, we're up 14-11, and even though it could be fair to say that he's played a better game up to this point, I've made some key plays. So sometimes in football, those things even out, and this is one of those games where it evens out. And for real, all I really got to do is just play sound defense. If I play sound defense up to this point, I should win this game. This game should practically be in the bag, but this guy's pretty good. He throws a pick right there, and I hate to say this, but that's going to be the end of his game as he throws his pick. I was sad that he left, man. I'm not going to lie. I was a little upset that this guy left because I had a lot of respect for this guy. I still got respect for his game, but I still think he had an opportunity to come back and win the game. I kind of wish he didn't quit, but because we still had a whole quarter. I really think this could have been one of those classics. If he would just put a couple good drives together. Still had a whole quarter, but it's all good. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you desire at Launchpad1412. This is your boy Launchpad1412, and I'm out.